The House of Representatives has called on the Nigeria High Commission in the United Kingdom and the Foreign Affairs Ministry to provide all necessary consular assistance to Ekweremadu and his wife in their ongoing travails. The call was made in a motion brought before the House on Tuesday by Abdullahi Abdulkadir, an APC lawmaker from Bauchi State. Here's that report.
Abdulkadir, in his motion on urgent public national importance, raised concerns over the arrest of Ekweremadu, who is not only a Nigerian citizen, but a servant senator, former president of Senate and former deputy speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, by the Metropolitan Police in the United Kingdom over alleged organ harvesting.
We cannot have a situation where a simple allegation that has not been thoroughly investigated will result in a high-ranking public officer who has served and is still serving the Nigerian public, the Nigerian state, and he has a diplomatic passport, Mr. Speaker. So we cannot allow this to happen. If it can happen to someone of Senator Ekwerimadu's status, I wonder what will happen to ordinary Nigerians.
Some of the federal lawmakers, while cautioning Nigerians against making hasty conclusions that could negatively affect the case, enjoined all to allow the case to run its full course.
Facts are facts, and any finding or any action to be taken should be based on facts. And nobody should be subject to any jeopardy, or even a double one, when those investigations are not complete. I believe that there ought to have been time. There ought to have been more a thorough and a fair assessment of the facts prior to, the subject, the present travails of the Ekweremadus. And if that has not been done, I think this motion speaks to it.
I plead with honorable colleagues to support this motion, to lend our voice, to call on Nigerians to be cautious of how they tarnish people's image just for something. Because the authorities from London or anywhere, or Metropolitan Police, somebody reported to them. We're not saying they should not do investigation. They are doing their work. We should not even condemn our dissent because they are going to judge based on documents and evidence before them.
In his ruling, the Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, said a criminal charge does not constitute a conviction or conclusive proof of guilt. He also called for caution as the lives of human beings and fellow citizens are at stake on the matter.
It's important, we're not talking about anything, but that for the Parliament in UK to make sure that Senator Ekweremadu gets the proper due process, the rule of law is applied, and that he's treated fairly.
The motion was adopted unanimously by the House when put to vote by the Speaker at plenary. Meanwhile, the House on Tuesday began moves to investigate the non-payment of pension arrears of retired federal civil servants by the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate, PTAD. This followed a motion by a lawmaker representing Eson North-East, Eson South-East, Sergio Ogun, drawing the attention of his colleagues to the plight of retired federal civil servants. The lawmakers insist that the failure of PTAD to pay pensioners for the past 9 months due to technological glitches amounts to unacceptable gross incompetence on the part of the Directorate. The House immediately summoned the head of service of the Federation, Folashade Eson, acting Accountant General of the Federation, the DG, National Pension Commission, and the Executive Secretary of the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate, PTAD, to provide explanation for the non-payments of pensions and gratuities.
The House is informed that the pensioners under the Defined Benefit Scheme of the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate, PTAD, are reportedly owed monthly pensions and gratuities for a cumulative period of 9 months. The House is disturbed by the claim that the failure of the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate, PTAD, to pay pensioners under the Defined Benefit Scheme for the said period of 9 months